Hello wanderers, thanks for tuning in. This week, we're on our way to the airport to visit Portland, Oregon.
We've never been to the Pacific Northwest before, so we're excited to see what the city has to offer.
So it's our first full day in Portland. To get a little bit of a lay of the land, we're going to take a free walking tour, which we always would recommend for any time you're in a new city.
But unfortunately, our tour guide requests that we don't have any video, so we're going to take some pictures, but we'll tell you guys about it later, okay?
Our walking tour began in Pioneer Square, a popular public space in downtown Portland, and made its way through the city center. Our guide entertained the group with stories about Portland's art, culture, history, and architecture. The tour conveniently concluded at the world-famous Voodoo Donut.
So, we stopped at the famous Voodoo Donuts, and of course, had to get a collection. We're gonna enjoy eating these very shortly.
Classic Portland cream, we got one called chocolate, triple
chocolate penetration. This one I got is an old dirty bastard.
Anyway, lots of chocolate because we like chocolate. The line was short, so we were lucky. It was only 10 minutes that we waited. So I hear this place is on the Food Network all the time. We heard about it before we even came here, so we had to make the stop. We'll let you know what they taste like later.
After enjoying those delicious donuts, we walked to the Pearl District. A former industrial and warehouse hub, the Pearl is now home to galleries, shops, restaurants, and the occasional mobile bar.
The Pearl District is full of stores, selling everything from high-end fashion to affordable furniture. It was my favorite neighborhood for a good meal and great window shopping. Not to mention the family-friendly parks.
So I'm in front of Powell's City of Books, which is actually a great name since it's so big. It is the largest independent bookstore in the country. It is a full city block in size. It has 4 levels, got a little bit of everything. Let's take a look.
It's hard to show on camera how incredibly massive this place is. With over 68,000 square feet of retail space, you'll need a map to find your way around. But don't worry, they supply them.
The rare book room at Powell's was fascinating, housing books selling for up to $25,000 each, and books over 500 years old. Ah, beer. Portland is home to the most microbreweries of any city in the world, so naturally, I had to sample a few for myself.
Farmers markets are a huge part of Portland's culture. We're at the Saturday market, which actually takes place on Portland State University campus. We're going to take a look around and we're going to enjoy some breakfast.
With hundreds of booths to choose from, I wish we had had more time to sample all the varieties of goods. But we did manage to snag some amazing peaches before we left. Wandering around Portland, you'll find they have a ton of public fountains where anyone can cool off and relax. These Benson bubblers scattered all over the city, offering refreshing water all day, and the Portland Loo, a free public restroom, and it's clean, guys. There are 7 of them around the city.
about Portland is all the green spaces. Even walking through the neighborhoods, there are a lot of parks and plants, and it's quiet, places to get away. Another cool thing about Portland, it has the smallest public park in a city and the largest city park out of the whole country.
And here it is, the world's smallest park, dedicated in 1976. Ryan enjoyed his jog around it.
Another go-to destination is the Salt and Straw ice cream shop in the Nob Hill neighborhood. Known for its wacky flavors, Salt and Straw attracts hundreds of people every day with lines around the block. This is what we tried.
So from Salt and Straw we got bone marrow and bourbon soaked cherries, freckled woodblock chocolate, gooey brownie, and Stumptown coffee and bourbon. We're gonna enjoy sampling all of these. Delicious.
Afterward, we browsed around the eclectic boutiques that line the street. You can find a great mix of independent shops and national retailers, along with unique farm-to-table restaurants. Later in the week, we went back to Nob Hill and found West of the Moon, a shop specializing in international goods purchased directly from the artisans from over 15 countries. I picked up a pretty pair of earrings and a lucky elephant charm from India. The next morning, we had something special planned for breakfast.
Portland has a ton of food trucks. Any given day there's about 500 in operation. You could literally spend the day just eating your way around Portland at the food trucks. We're starting out our morning with some waffles.
Well, we didn't make it to all 500, but if you're ever in Portland, give it a try for yourself.
After a hearty breakfast, we hopped on the train to Washington Park, home of the Oregon Zoo. We always make an effort to visit local zoos when we travel. It gives us the opportunity to learn new things and make new friends.
Always wanted to pet a dog.
Of course, we both have our favorite animals. I like the big cats, and Kelly loves her elephants. We loved our visit to the zoo. It made us as happy as this bear with his box.
Portland. What a great place to visit. We enjoyed the quirky things, like its love of public art, or the weather machine from the 1980s that still gives a daily forecast. Called the City of Roses, Stumptown, Nirvana, whatever you call it, remember to keep Portland weird.
Well, it's been a wonderful week in Portland, a unique city that is just so close to nature. It's beautiful. We look forward to coming back sometime.
And remember, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, thanks for watching us wander.